We are able to observe the mystery of the past everywhere. But a lot of incredible events are sometimes simply classified, though some still pop up these days. Why doesn't official history tell us? And why do we know so little about our real past? Let's see. Hello everyone, this is the Hidden Truths channel, and I, Emma. On this channel I reveal the secrets of human history, which everyone tries to keep silent about. Here you'll find out the whole truth about our past. I try very hard for you, so subscribe, like, and let's start. Now I will show you one unique historical find, a dispute about which still pop-ups today. Sometimes such photographs firstly look unremarkable, yet capable to uncover myriad of secrets of our past. You just need to know what to pay your attention. What is the phenomenon anyway, cities without people? Let's have a look at the photo. It's truly an empty city, and it's clearly evident. What's remarkable, almost all photographs are dated by the middle of the 19th century. The whole strangeness lies in that fact that at this time numerous unique photographs were made in different cities, which are simply only by one peculiarity. There are simply no people, and I have noticed that these cities look uninhabited. They have no smoke from the chimneys and no flowers. Yet there is emptiness, as the city was abandoned or only prepared for settlement. But first things first. While looking at such buildings, you still voluntarily wonder who built it all and for whom, because these are clearly buildings of higher technical progress than we were told about the 18th century. And the question arises, where did the entire production base of the ancient builders actually go? And here is a very revealing example involving vegetation. St. Isaac's Cathedral in 1860s. There are simply no people in the area, and there are also no plants. And here is the photograph of the well-known Alexander Column. Its strangeness lies in the fact that photograph was taken as if from a bird's view eye. But how? Who made them and where from, if there were no drones at that time? So where did these pictures come from? And where are the people on the square? Of course, everyone tried to explain this by that fact that, for example, they were filming at night, when people were simply sleeping. But have you paid attention to the shadow that can be seen in the night? The time in the photo is clearly around noon. Of course, some try to explain such photographs by the imperfect photographic equipment of that time. They say, according to history, the first cameras had a shutter speed of about 10 minutes, and they recorded only stationary objects. Okay, if this is the case, then how to explain such photographs taken almost at the same time, but there are many people, there is even a horse, and they all look pretty clear. How then they got into the picture with their hours exposed? And here are photos of the inauguration of Abraham Lincoln in 1861. There are thousands of people and clearly visible. Here's what few people generally pay attention to. In 1895, the Lumiere brothers already showed a film where shutter speed made it possible to capture and show people in motion. So the argument that it took 30 minutes standing still in one place doesn't work anymore. However, there are still few passers-by on the main square of St. Petersburg. In addition to that fact that the streets are empty, there are particularly no signs of life on them. Where are the shops and cabins? One another main sign of the life in the city is the curtains on the windows. Simply curtains, flowers in pots on the windowsills, and lights at night, clothes then dry after washing on the clotheslines. All this means that there is life there. But here we see none of the above. There are simply no dogs and cats, no birds, not a soul. And I found only 3 signs for the whole city. In Moscow, filled with shopping rows and hundreds of different banks, shops and institutions, only 3 signs? It seems that when this panorama was made, the city was just being finished, and several buildings in the picture are simply having no roofs. Except for the absence of people in the photographs, they also have very young vegetation, young bushes and recently planted trees. There are particularly no mature trees, only young alleys, and according to the trees, there are no older than 5 years. Everything had changed, but in the middle of the 19th century, cities, small and large, were suddenly filled with many people, and now crowds of people roam here. Nevsky Prospect looks something like this, and the trees began to grow as if the city was filled with people. Well, at the end of the video, I would like to show you one interesting situation. Only nowadays, perhaps it will somehow clarify what was seen earlier. In our time, there is a certain phenomenon, such as ghost towns. There are cities that are created for further settlement in the future. It's very common in China right now. They massively create empty cities for further settlement. Very interesting what happened in our history in the 18th and 19th century. Maybe there is another story that they just don't tell us about. What do you think?